All right, welcome to day four of how to turn your skills into a profitable business. Day one, we talked about how to see your skills as a problem solver. And day two, we talked about how to actually identify your target audience. And day three, we talked about how to package your raw skills into an attractive offer, be it a product, service, or a mentorship program. Now, don't forget, we're talking about skills here. So today we're going to talk about how you should um, set your price for profit and not for PT. Now, if you've been following this series so far, this particular spot may not be or should not be an issue for you. This has been the most critical part of most artisans, and that's why people disdain or look down on artisan skills. But perhaps today is going to change if you are following through with what I'm trying to say. I always tell my students never you be tempted to actually use these words I'm going to use or I'm going to say, I beg your pardon. Come and buy my product. Please patronize your girl or your boy. I am hustling. Come and buy my products. Something like that. Please never you use such a statement if you actually want to be a respected brand and you actually want to serve people that value what you have to offer. I always say this, if you ever find yourself stuck in a spot where you have to beg people to buy your products, there are either two significant things that is going on here. Either your product does not have value, or you are in front of the wrong target audience. Now, a typical illustration is when you go to a supermarket and you see a product that you need. That product does not say, please come and buy me. It doesn't say such a thing like that. Instead, you are the one that is attracted to that product, even when sometimes you do not have the money in your pockets. But you will do all you can to get that product because of the value it has to offer you at your time of need. So, if you are presenting your skills to the right target audience, if you have actually seen how your skills is a problem solver, it is solving a significant problem for humanity. Hey, you will never find yourself in a position where you'll be saying, please come and buy my product, patronize your girl, patronize my business. You will never say that. So, with that said, let's go on to the topic of today. You have to learn how to set your price for profit and not for PT. If you have gone through all these pages of putting in real value, you put in your time for artisan skills, we actually pour in our time, the time you use to make your product, to craft your product, your creativity, all of that is timeless, especially when you are innovative. This is part of the value you are offering to humanity. So you have to factor into your that solution. You have to factor into it the cost of your production. How much did it cost you to go buy the materials? How much did it cost you to transport the materials? How much time did you take to sit down and craft this thing? And also your profit margin. All that summed up together is what will actually determine the pricing of that product. So, if you are pricing your product because you are scared, perhaps it may be too exorbitant, mind you, you shouldn't make your price exorbitant. You should make your price affordable to your target audience. That's why you have to identify your target audience. It's very important. So, when you actually find out who your target audience are, then you offer your solution in an affordable at an affordable amount. Trust me, they will buy from you. I've had students that come into my DM and tell me, ma, please, can you reduce your price for me? It's quite expensive and all of that. And I have learned through my business mentors that never you drop your price for any reason. for pity, pity. I tell you, the excuses these people give to me are valid excuses. But one thing is certain. Once I drop down my price, it's a proven thing. Once you drop down your price, that value that your product actually carries will be will not be appreciated anymore. It's a psychological thing, it's a human psychological thing. They won't follow through. For instance, if it's a product, they won't value it. Perhaps some of them will wear if it's a cloth you're sewing or something like that, they will wear the cloth, get into a place, and just feel, they won't feel that vibe they're supposed to feel when they, wear your clothes or whatever. So I have had people come into my DM and tell me things like, please, Ma, can you reduce your price for me and all of that. And one thing actually happens. In my early years of starting a business, I fell for that. And when they got in, they didn't put in the efforts that they were expected to put in to actually see the result I was expecting them to have. So I have to start chasing them because I'm not someone that actually gets you enrolled in my course and then I leave you alone. I follow through to make sure you get the result you paid for. And I have done my own bits. I have done my own part, put in the effort, and I've given it to you at a price where you're asking me to give it to you and you're not appreciating it. You're giving me excuses why you can't follow. It's not as if the course is not simple enough. I'm not ready to hold your hands. You're now frustrating my efforts because I want to see the result of what I have put into, the course. I have to start chasing them. And I told myself, you know what? I supposed to have learned that I was already taught before by experienced people that this thing doesn't work. Human beings appreciate something that is of high value. And let me end with this. Real people will respect and value what will solve their problems in the most effective way than cheap solutions that burn them out. So if you're looking for real people that will value what you have to give to them, then price your skill, which is now in a product or service, in a way that will actually communicate that value to them and make sure it actually gives them the value. Until I come your way next time, it's bye bye for now.